Hey anime fans, today our anime list is depicting the 10 TV shows where the main character is a king. These kind of anime series are hard to find as there is no specific genre to it. But don't worry, Need Anime to Watch is here, and we took the time to dig and pick for you the ones that showcases king's stories. Keep in mind that this is a mingled list of various anime genres, so just choose the anime theme that you like. Believe or not in the Sun Kingdom, the rain is something that have never seen, all what they are familiar with is daily sunshine. On the other hand, in the land the rain dukedom, the weather is the opposite, as everyone has the ability to create rain with their voices. Livius Ifriqiya is the new king of the Sun Kingdoms, and in 3 short years he almost success in conquering the whole world. Hence, as soon as Livius knows the secret behind the rain, he decides to marry Nike Remersir, one of the princesses of the rain dukedom. However, the spreading rumors about Livius being cruel, ruthless, and tyrannical ruler makes the princess begins to prepare herself for the worst. But when she finally meets her fiancé, the princess will discovers that he is an entirely different person from what she originally expected. The ancient kingdom of Paros has been invaded by the armies of Mongol, and its king and queen have been slain. But the twin pearls of Paros, the Princess Rinda and the Prince Remus, escape using a strange device hidden in the palace. Lost in Rudewood, they are rescued from Mongol soldiers by a strange leopard-headed man who has no memories except for the words Aura and Gin, which he believes to be his name. The Dragon Stream is a chain that used to bound 2 planets, one in the east and another in the west. However, now, the chain is broken, and the 2 planets are only joined in the war. Nobunaga the Fool is heir to the eastern country of Aomori. He is labeled too foolish and carefree by everybody, even to his father he is just a nuisance. Furthermore, there is a girl from the west Jean Kagaya Dark accompanied by Leonardo da Vinci journeys to the eastern planet in search of the person and her vision's savior king. Hence, Leonardo and Jean will fall victim of a military conflict between powerful mecha. Only to be saved by Nobunaga. Hopefully, Nobunaga will saves them and takes control of Leonardo's mecha in order to warn his family of the siege he suspects. As a result, Jean will start suspecting that the fool Nobunaga might be the savior king of her visions. As soon as the Holy Empire became too powerful, it gradually starts taking control over the neighboring lands. The empires expands to reaches even the small island of Aran, home to the Gale tribe. There, rumor has it that a massive destruction occurred in the past by the hands of Aran the Demon King, and now a priestess is to be offered as a living sacrifice to him. Rhiannon's brother, first warrior Arthur, saves her, while the Demon King suddenly disguises himself before them as a handsome gray-haired man. Hence, Aran hides his identity and offers his power and leadership to the tribe's cause and joins the Rhiannon's brother and their merry band of friends. Their adventure starts as they fight back against the Empire while discovering the dark mysteries of the land along the way. Shirayuki is a joyful, red-haired girl living in the country of Tanbaran, who works diligently as an apothecary at her herbal shop. Her life turns upside down when she is noticed by the silly prince of Tanbaran, Prince Raji, who then tries to force her to become his mistress. So, to stay free, Shirayuki cuts her long red hair and escapes into the forest, where she is saved from Raji by Zen Wistalia, the second prince of a neighboring country, and his 2 aides. Now, to repay their help, Shirayuki thinks about pursuing a career as the court herbalist in Zen's country, Clarines. Akagami no Shirayuki Heim showcases Shirayuki's adventure toward a new life at the royal palace of Clarines, as well as Zen's attempt of becoming a prince worthy of his title. So, as Shirayuki and Zen will encounter perks and hardships, they will slowly learn to support each other as they walk their own paths. The story follows the exploits of Arslan, the crown prince of the fictional kingdom of Pars, and it is divided into two parts. The first part of Arslan Anime series depicts Arslan's father, King Endragora's three falls victim to a treacherous plotty neighboring nation of Lusitania took Pars. And, after barely escaping with his life, Arslan rejoined his loyal servant, Daryan. However, only few companions backed him up, including the philosopher and tactician Narcissus and his young servant Elam. Also Pharangis, an aloof, cold priestess, and Give, a traveling musician and con man. Arslan stands against overwhelming odds to assemble an army strong enough to liberate his nation from the Lusitanian army. Silvermask is another contender to Pars' throne. In the second part, Arslan, as the king of Pars, is defending his country against several external threats and addressing the needs and hopes of his subjects. After the death of his grandfather, 19-year-old Kazuya Sauma, an aspiring civil servant, is left all alone with no one to call family. Out of the blue, he is transported to the Elfridan Kingdom, a small ailing country in another world, to be a hero. An ongoing war with the demon army has put the entire world in peril, and Kazuya was summoned to aid in the conflict as an offering from Elfridan to its allies. Dissatisfied with being used as tribute, Kazuya decides to help the kingdom revamp its declining economy not by way of adventuring or war, but through administrative reform. Abruptly declared the king of Elfridan and betrothed to the princess, the realist hero Kazuya sets out to assemble a group of talented citizens who will assist him in his bureaucratic battles to get the kingdom back on its feet. China's Warring States period, a raging dragon that would raise the land for 500 years, saw many kingdoms rise and fall, making way for the next generation of kings and generals to fight for supremacy. Eventually, 7 powerful states emerged from the endless cycle of warfare. In the kingdom of Qin, Li Xin, a war-orphaned slave, trains vigorously with fellow slave and best friend, Piao, who shares his proud dream of one day becoming a great general of the heavens. However, the two are suddenly forced to part ways when Piao is recruited to work in the royal palace by a retainer of the king. After a fierce coup d'etat unfolds, Piao returns to Xin, half dead, with a mission that will lead him to a meeting with China's young king, Ying Zheng, who bears a striking resemblance to Piao. Kingdom follows Xin as he takes his first steps into the great blood-soaked pages of China's history. He must carve his own path to glory on his long quest to become a great general of the historic 7 warring states. Dispersed around the world, there are several bizarre labyrinths hiding incredible treasures within them. These mysterious places, known as dungeons, are said to be the work of Magi, a class of rare magicians who also help people build their empires by guiding them to a dungeon. Jinns, supernatural beings that rule over the labyrinths, grant successful conquerors access to their immense power and choose them as potential king candidates to rule the world. Having spent life in isolation, Aladdin, a kind and young magician, is eager to explore the world upon finally leaving his home behind. He begins his journey only accompanied by his mentor Hugo, a jinn that Aladdin can summon with his flute. However, Aladdin soon becomes friends with the courageous Alibaba Saluja after causing the destruction of a local merchant's supply cart. In order to pay for the damages, Alibaba suggests that they attempt to conquer the nearest dungeon, taking the first step in an epic adventure that will decide the fate of the world itself. In the year 2010, the Holy Empire of Britannia is establishing itself as a dominant military nation, starting with the conquest of Japan. Renamed to Area 11 after its swift defeat, Japan has seen significant resistance against these tyrants in an attempt to regain independence. Lilith Lamperouge, a Britannian student, unfortunately finds himself caught in a crossfire between the Britannian and the Area 11 rebel armed forces. He is able to escape, however, thanks to the timely appearance of a mysterious girl named CC, who bestows upon him Jis, the power of kings. Realizing the vast potential of his newfound power of absolute obedience, Lelich embarks upon a perilous journey as the masked vigilante known as Zero, leading a merciless onslaught against Britannia in order to get revenge once and for all. Do you guys enjoyed the list of top 10 anime where the main character is a badass king, or find a new anime to watch? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell for more anime content like this. Take care and I'll see you on the next video. See ya.